Hi, my name is Chris Hawn. My pronouns are they, them, and theirs, and I'm an assistant professor at University of Maryland, Baltimore County. And this is Waya, and they're 2 months old, and we'll be doing this interview quietly together. Um, I study ecology through 8 eyes, and so I use spiders as bioindicators to understand more about landscapes, the quality of landscapes. We can measure habitat quality based on different types of land use and see their effect um, based on spider bodies. So we can measure the size and mass and also the fat content of a spider and see if they're healthy or not. If we look at the same type of spider in all these different types of locations, we can infer what type of uh, prey it's eating, what and how much, and what the quality of that prey is. Because spiders are tiny predators, they rely on an entire food web for them to be doing well. And so if they are big and fat, they're doing well. That's a good job as a predator. And so we can actually look at all these different aspects of land use and habitat quality from that lens. And another thing that we end up finding is contamination. So we also look at, especially in urban areas like here in Baltimore, we can measure the movement of contaminants from different areas, from streams to spiders that live along riparian zones, and also um, even air quality, metals that come from your car exhaust. We can measure those in spider webs. So we can look a lot about the quality of our environment um, through spiders. I became interested in science when I was 10 years old. I went to biology camp. I was that kind of nerd, but it was really a wonderful experience because it was an older retired couple that put on this camp, and it was just a bunch of field trips and dissections. And so it was the most exciting things ever. I grew up in Arizona, and so uh, I just discovered like these beautiful places that I had never been to. Learned about all these different types of habitats that were in a overall desert landscape, but so much diversity and everything. We didn't use those words. It was just, go out and play. And oh, we're in hot springs. Wow. Uh, and so I just had a wonderful time playing outside. And that's what made me want to be a biologist. My interest in ecology specifically happened through when I was an undergrad. Um, I I got to work as a field technician on a project that was out in the Rocky Mountains, and it was gorgeous and just what I wanted my life to be like. Hiking in gorgeous mountains, uh, trapping small mammals. The trapping small mammals part didn't end up happening. And in fact, I've never worked in a place as gorgeous as the Rocky Mountains since I was an undergrad. But, it started me on my path. Yeah, in my first research project, we were looking at my advisor was a physiologist, and so he was interested in yellow-bellied marmots, which are the largest true hibernators that are mammals. Um, and he was interested in the physiology of the marmots and how they would change, um, how they would actually change or adjust their physiology based on where they were. So, high elevation, which is like 12,000 feet, or low elevation, which was like 9,000 feet. Still really high. Um, and I was really interested in the environment, right? I was really interested in that change um, in landscape. As an undergrad, I studied. I let's see, I was a EEV major, so ecology, evolution, and behavioral biology. Um, and I went to Beloit College, a small liberal arts school in Wisconsin. Um, I enrolled for a master's at NC State, but I ended up switching to my PhD after my first year of master's because I got external funding for 3 years, and I decided to stay at NC State rather than defer my funding and go somewhere else. Some of my hobbies outside of science, I'm kind of crafty. Um, I love making things and figuring out how to make things. Sometimes that's with wood, sometimes that's with fabric. Um, I like to make costumes just because I like to dress up in costumes. I love a good costume party. So I love coming up with, I'm not, I can't really use a sewing machine, but I love trying to figure out how to put something together. Um, and that's kind of how I do all of my crafts. I'm not really trained in anything, but I just try to figure it out and make something work and put things together the best I can. And I love to dance also. Also not very fancy, but just love to do it.